Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an edition of Drizzleland. This is the Impact Wrestling Review this week. And this is something I've done a lot of work on and been trying to do research and figure out a few things here because I don't want to, give false information and things. So, we're going to start off with a former talent who has announced that he is officially done with wrestling, and that is Aaron Rex, aka Damien Sandow, as WWE fans would know him, or Mizdow. So let's talk about Damien Sandow slash Aaron Rex. I think in Impact he really could have been used more. I think he's incredibly talented. Um, I think he should have held on to that championship longer than what he did. So that's kind of what's going on with that situation. Alberto El Patron, si. So we get Patron having a match on Impact, and he's also picked for Borash's team. Matthews picks a team too, which they're both teams are going to be fighting at the pay per view apparently. Um, so let's talk about that whole situation. We saw Matthews pick his team. We saw Borash pick his team. So in the comments below, if you watched Impact, which team do you think is going to be better than the other team? Honestly, um, we don't really know at this point. But but Matthews talks about how well of friends and good friends he is with Cody Rhodes, but we don't even get Cody Rhodes. He is not even on his team. So what's the point with that whole thing? Like, wouldn't you pick Cody Rhodes over Eli Drake? I mean, I would personally. I mean, the American Nightmare over the Legion of the Dummies. Come on. Um, Lashley, I think, is a solid pick for Matthews' team. I think that's great. And the Cowboy James Storm finally gets back to who he was, which was the original. He's one of the originals. I'm glad that they kind of brought him back into the fold to be who he really is, not just the DCC. So, but we got him trying to talk to Eddie Kingston and Bram, and he super kicks both of them. I liked it. I thought it was funny. I'm glad to hear that James Storm is getting back to who he was, because we need him, and as a good guy on the show. So let's talk about the knockout match. I thought the knockout match was pretty solid. The competition was good, fast paced. These young women are doing a great job, and I appreciate it. They're doing their job. So, but again, Angelina Love. Sorry, my mind is running here. It's early in the morning here. Um, she interfered in that Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards match. I thought that was a good, solid match. A lot of craziness in it, a lot of chair shots, a lot of weird weapons involved. It was a pretty entertaining last man standing match. I would give it about an eight or nine. Um, I thought the X Division match with Suicide and Marsha Rocky or Rocket, I can't remember pronounce his name right. And my boy Andrew Everett, man, he really showcased his talents in that one. I think he should win the title. Honestly, if I think that Trevor Lee is, yeah, okay. He's not nothing to brag about. Um, Matt Morgan, you guys showed up. He finally made his Impact Wrestling re-debut after several years off of competition in the Impact Zone. I'm happy to see him. It's glad that he's back. We also saw Madison Rain compete for the first time in a long time. Um, but here's the thing with Impact Wrestling: there's Anthem Sports is still involved with this lawsuit with the Hardys, which I think is dumb because you have a young, talented group of guys and women down there in Florida, and you guys are wasting money on trying to win a lawsuit against the Hardys when they're already in another company. And it's not because I'm a Hardy's fan or anything like that. I mean, I respect Matt and Jeff for everything they've done, but I just think that Impact and Anthem just need to let it go, man, and move on with the talent you've got. I mean, Jarrett's there now, Karen's there. Why not? Why not just move on and concentrate on what you have? Um, so we see the possibility of some new tag teams coming in as well. Um, my theory is this new tag team is going to be Gunner and then a former wrestler you guys might know from years ago, um, and he was undefeated, and that's Crimson. So I think if those two guys form a tag team and come in, they're gonna be dominant, man. They're gonna whoop ass like left and right, and they'll be the champs. I guarantee by like next month possibly. So I mean, yeah, you got some other competition in there, but the DCC pretty much isn't a tag team anymore because I mean Kingston and yeah Bram might be a tag team, but they're not going to call themselves a DCC anymore because that was the whole James Storm thing. So they'll have to come up with a new line name for that and try to reinvent themselves. So I thought Impact was pretty good. I'm glad that they're concentrating more on production and matches and the value of entertaining the fans. That's good. Um, I just don't like the whole behind the scenes lawsuit with Anthem Sports. That's kind of dumb. I think they should just move on from it. Um, it's just not making the company look very good. Um, and so that knockouts championship match, I think between ODB and Rosemary should be interesting. Um, but here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to say real fast. Let's get some of the older knockouts involved in the division. I think we need to work on that. Bring back Velvet Sky, man. Come on. And DJZ is in the hospital. He's got some type of an illness, so that's why he has not been around. Um, he's wrestling in Conan's promotion Crash, which also has Rey Mysterio in it. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. So if I was Impact, I would really keep an eye on that situation because you don't want to, you know, lose a guy like that permanently that he would have to retire from illness. Because he really helped develop the X division over the last few years, and I don't want to see him having to retire. So, um, let's think here. What happened other than that? Um, I don't know. I thought the show was pretty solid. I think it was fast paced. There's a lot of good things to it. Um, and the only thing I don't like is the whole Josh Matthews, Jeremy Borash fighting back and forth, and it's just not necessary. You guys are there to call the action and to make the company good again. Well, then shut up and stop arguing with each other and get along because the fans don't want to hear it anymore. We've heard it for 3 weeks now. So stop arguing. Do your jobs as broadcasters. We don't care who's better than the other person is at calling matches. Who cares? You're there to do a job, so do it. And I feel bad for Pope that he's even in that situation because, as we all know, Pope is a good guy. He has been a long time, competitor in Impact, and I feel like they're not really idolizing his talents as a broadcaster like they should. Um, I think they should also involve Lashley more in the program too. I think that he should have competed um, tonight, but that's just my opinion. I know that they're trying to work up that whole match between him and El Patron, but El Patron wrestled tonight, so why didn't Lashley wrestle? We don't get that. Like, why does Lashley get the day off and El Patron wrestles? Like, that makes no sense. So, but this is the Impact Wrestling review. I'm happy the way that the company is starting to listen to people. I like the Knockouts division. I think it was a great thing. The only thing that was weird was Allie wasn't on the wasn't on the episode, and Sienna wasn't even on the episode, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense because they were a main focus last week. So why are they not even on the show? So um, Sienna could have even been in that match, the Knockouts #1 contending match. Why or Allie, like why wasn't she in there either? So, and what are they gonna do with Laurel Van Ness? Uh, what's going on there? Are they gonna do anything with her? Is she just gonna sit there with her contract and not be on TV? I mean, what's going on there? Braxton Sutter should have been in that X Division match, I think, too. So we'll see what happens with the company going forward from here the next few weeks. There's a pay-per-view coming up. Great matches. Next week, Impact should be good, too, with that 5-on-5 match or 4-on-4 match. So let's look forward to that stuff, and let's not talk about the behind-the-scenes stuff anymore. We don't care about the Anthem Sports lawsuit with the Hardys. I wish they would just drop it, personally. So, yes, this is Drizzleland Wrestling Show. This is the Impact Wrestling Show. So, peace.